runs a weekly open mic at Scruffy City Hall every Wednesday. Yes. She has a show coming up October 2nd with a New York City comedian named Clayton Fletcher, very funny guy. Sandy, who you saw earlier, will also be on that show, and CJ McKinnon. Everybody give it up for Beth Tomkins!
Give it up your host, Justin Mays, everybody!
Yes,
So we had to talk about Halloween as a grandma, right? And I'm a mom, obviously. So those things have acronyms, right? Like you might be a GILF, Lena, right? And I might be a MILF. But I think Justin is my favorite MILF. That's what the letter N for neckbeard. It's fine. I did ask him if he had a show to add to my calendar, and now I regret that. But here I am. It's awesome to be back here at Hexagon. I love this spot because they have chocolate Jesus, and he never lets me down. And the beer is really good too, so I'm here for it. In case you can't guess, I'm into 3 things that I will talk to you about nonstop if you open the door for this conversation. I'm into indoor plants. I'm into cats, man. And I might like jazz. Okay, one of those is a lie.
Yes.
You got it. I mean, I like some jazz. And most cats, but all plants. You know what I'm saying? I would tell you all about it all day, so don't open that door unless you're a MILF. So, as far as cats go, sadly I'm down to 1. But I have a shit ton of plants, so if you need me to plant sit, I got you. You got something furry that needs food? We'll see. But this one I got, she's a keeper. I adopted her at PetSmart, and she has no tail. It's not my fault, okay? Fuck off. I'm not that awful. But I don't know why she doesn't have a tail. When I asked them, I'm like, we don't know. I was like, so she has no tail to tell? And they were like, well, just take this cat home, lady. I was like, I'm going to make Andy a comedy on that one. But I am a crazy cat lady. I also have a son who's 13. Usually that gets me an aww tag page, so we'll give it some time. But my son is amazing because not only does he have me for a mom, he has sort of a British accent because I married a British guy that I met online in 1997 when 2020 was telling us not to do that. But he moved here, so who wins? You know what I mean? It's fine. But no, my son has a half British, half Tennessee accent. And so usually conversations go like, Mom, where's my bike? And I was like, I don't know. Did you look for it? He's like, well, I checked over yonder in the garage. So once I go to his dad, I'm like, what was the middle part? Then I'm like, I don't know. I'm surprised you still have a bike. Mom, I doesn't have a car right now. It's fine. Some of you may have had me as your Uber driver before. We're not going to do a round of applause, because some of you may have had me as your Uber driver before. Sir, don't. But there's 2 times that I've had to stop doing Uber. Once is a couple of weeks ago. Let me just put it this way. I take care of my car like I take care of my cats. All right. But the other time was the same year that I bought this car. I bought this car in 2017, brand new. Because I had money and insurance and a huge ego. And I didn't have the job or the insurance anymore. I still got an ego because here I am doing comedy, right? But that same year, I took a trip to Asheville to go to a concert. And that same year, I came back from that concert and I hit a fucking bear with my car. So comedy is a combination of truth and lies, right? That one's real. That one's real. And here's the lie, but I'm going to spoil it for you by actually explaining this. I did kill a bear with my car. But I also got a tattoo the year before of a fucking bear. And now I have to take a Sharpie with me everywhere I go to, especially to Asheville. And if I make it back home, I'll put a little mark over it. Anybody see any lines over this bear? Just pray for me and the bears, okay? I get really stoned sometimes. asleep. But I get really stoned, and I am that mom. So my son also gets the contact high. We color coloring books, and we picked an Egyptian one not too long ago. He picked out a pharaoh like King Tut. I picked out a pyramid like one of the three in Giza. And we colored them in. It was awesome, and like his was perfect. Like the shading was right between the lines, and my pyramid was. Anyway, I was really stoned. But I was so proud, like, of us spending quality time. I put the artwork on the fridge, and I was like, I'm going to enjoy this for posterity. But I took it down later that night. And the reason why I took it down is because I walked into the room looking fresh to death for a date, just like this. And my son said, Mom, you remind me when I look at you of our coloring time earlier. And I said, because I look regal like a pharaoh. We're not going to talk about the pyramid. He's like, Mom, it's just the way you filled in the lines on your face so neatly. So I took away his Nintendo Switch and taught him what the mummy's curse actually is. He's still grounded, you guys. It's been a while. Anyway, I'm going to leave you with this. When I get really stoned and I'm not being Mom of the Year, I get stuck in Wikipedia rabbit holes. Anybody else? That's not a Pornhub search, Jason. I just want to clarify. You wild, and I see you. But I do get stuck in these rabbit holes where I look at the most useless facts. And I landed on ticks. You know, like the insect, the bloodsuckers, the vampiristic entomology. Anyway, ticks, man. Do you know that a tick egg takes 60 seconds to hatch? And my stoned ass was like, you know what that means? There's a sucker born every minute. And if you don't believe me, Google that, you the sucker. But I